Hi, welcome back to Drive Across Texas. This is Wendy Johnson, and I am so excited to tell our story today. Today we are in Stephenville, Texas, home of the Yellow Jackets here at Stephenville High School, and I'm here with Coach Julio Jimenez. Coach Jimenez has a really interesting story. You know, we're all about Texas, and we love all the stars of Texas and things like that, and sometimes our stars here in Texas travel outside. And so he's got an interesting story about one of those stars. But let me tell you something even more interesting. Coach Jimenez is actually from New York. New York, y'all. Oh, my gosh. But he played baseball, came down here, met a beautiful lady. She reeled him in. He had to stay.
Had to stay.
Had to stay. So tell us your story.
Well, I was, as a kid growing up in New York City, we always wanted to kind of further our baseball careers. Mm-hmm. And I ended up being recruited and signed to play baseball with Howard College in Big Springs, Texas.
Okay.
There I, played for the great coach Bill Griffin. Played 2 years there, and then got recruited to play here at Tarleton State University. Played 2 years here, and met my wife, and stayed here.
Had to stay, y'all.
Just had to stay.
Had to stay. He just figured out Texas was great.
That is right. That is right. It is a great state, and the people are great and so welcoming. So that's something that I really treasure about Texas.
Well, good,
Mm-hmm.
good. We like to hear that.
That's right.
We might be a little biased, but So whenever you finished your baseball career at Tarleton, you became a coach, a teacher?
Yes.
So, and working here at Stephenville?
Yes, I started working at Stephenville in 1997. Started coaching in 1999, and coached for 9 years here.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
it was a pretty neat experience. Got to meet several amazing families, young men, and Brock was one of those very special ones.
Yeah. If y'all know anything about me, you know I'm a huge Boston Red Sox fan. So I follow all the things they do. So whenever I found out that they were doing a jersey retirement, which is kind of cool, he went on to be an MLB player. So today they're having the ceremony.
Yes.
So we contacted Coach Jimenez to see if he would kind of tell us a little bit about what it's like. What's it like to coach somebody who goes on to be in the MLB?
That is right. I mean, it's been an amazing ride ever since I met Brock. He was one of those kids that just enjoyed being on the field, enjoyed working hard, enjoyed the camaraderie with his teammates, and always was genuine about everything he did.
Nice.
Not just on the field, but off the field. Just an amazing young man. To say that I was able to coach him and be a small part of all the successes that he's had is very humbling to me, and it's been a blessing.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What was your favorite thing about coaching him?
There's a lot of favorite things. I mean, when Brock was a freshman, he wasn't the tallest, he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't, he had talent. His baseball IQ was off the charts, but he needed some growing up to do. Mm-hmm. And just seeing his maturation from being an 85 or 84-pound freshman to where he is now is just amazing. He's always been very dedicated, always worked hard at his craft, and went above and beyond to surround himself with great people, great mentors, and I think that's really speaks volumes for his family and his upbringing. And just once he took off, there was just no stopping him. He went from playing and being a great player here in Stephenville. Mm-hmm. He signed and played with Navarro for 2 years. And then just took off. From there, he went to Rice. From Rice, he was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates, and has excelled at every level. Once again, has surrounded himself with some great people, great attitude. I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs in that profession. So you have to be not just physically gifted, but also mentally strong and do a lot of things that kind of happen behind the scenes that people are not aware of.
I can imagine. You probably got to have a lot of good people around you.
Yes.
From the very start. So you played a part in that and helping him to grow as
I would like to think
so.
You know, his family is great. Galen, Joel, Garrett, Shelby. I mean, they're just amazing people that are genuinely invested in the community, in the well-being of others, and very caring. So that's something that's a gift.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
That's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, I heard there was kind of a cool story about whenever he got the call that he was called up that first time.
We knew that he was having an amazing season in Altoona. Mm-hmm. He had made the All-Star team, and he even won the MVP of the All-Star game because he hit a two-run homer for the Eastern League section to get the win.
Yeah.
And then he got promoted. From there, he got promoted to Indianapolis, and he just kept hitting. And I mean, every night would check up on him, and you know, he's gone 2 for 3 or 3 for 4, or you know, just doing amazing things.
Doing great things.
And we had been at a Yellow Jacket football game. My wife and I went to a Yellow Jacket football game. We watched it. We got back home, and Galen had called Emma, and it was pretty late at night. And Emma got so excited when she saw it because she knew something good was about to happen. Of course, Galen, was kind of played a joke on her and asked, why are you so excited? And then Emma was like, oh, okay, I might have jumped the gun on something. And then Galen told her he got the call, and then they both, everybody started yelling and hooping and hollering and doing things. And Emma decided that they needed to go. Now, this was probably, he got the call, or when Galen called us, it was about 11 o'clock at night. We didn't have any idea where he was going to be going, or if he was going to be able to get on a flight to get to Milwaukee at the time. So then Emma and Galen ended up getting tickets and getting everything else, and they hopped on the plane that morning and flew out to Milwaukee, and that same day he made his professional debut, which was an amazing feat for not just for Brock, but for the family, for Galen, and it was just amazing to he finally made it, and the excitement and everything else for the whole family and for our family and the city of Stephenville. It was just an amazing thing.
That's cool. It's very few that make it that far and are able to play. We're big baseball fans at our house, and so the talent that you have to get to that level, that's cool. And to be a part of it.
To be a part of it.
What a great thing.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, Galen and Emma, I think they got more of a TV time than Brock did, but it was
what you
just
get when you're cute and from Texas.
It was just amazing to kind of see, to get that feeling and to be able to enjoy it with their family and everything else. So.
That's so nice.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What a great experience.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And Emma is your wife.
Yes.
And she's best friends with Brock's mom. So they, there's a lot of, like special things that I'm sure y'all get to do together, and stories that y'all get to hear that not everybody gets to hear. That's really cool.
And the wonderful thing about the whole family is that they've always included us to be a part of everything that's going on.
That's awesome.
Whether it's Brock, of course, making it to the big leagues, and Brock getting married, and and then Shelby getting married, Garrett getting married, their kids, their grandkids, everything. I mean, so it's pretty. It's a blessing just to be a part of all that.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yes.
That's small town Texas there. You know, we embrace the guy from New York, and
That's right.
you know,
Yeah.
we bring him into our fold and turn him into a Texan.
That is right.
You know, and great things come of it. You know, we're so proud of, you know, the fact that he's from Texas and the things that he's done and the notoriety that he's brought to our state. We love that, and to be able to tell the story behind it, you know, not everybody knows. That's kind of cool.
It's
That's
pretty
really
amazing.
neat.
It's just the ride that he's had and some of the successes that he's had. He's an amazing young man, but even just an amazing father to his son Griff, which he loves. His wife, just an awesome family man, and some of the things that he's been able to do on the field. I mean, he's won 2 World Series with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
He was a huge part of the World Series, the 2018 World Series team.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been the glue for not just the Red Sox, but some of the every team that he's been on. I mean, he's just a great, genuine young man. And then for, you know, he's done some things. I mean, he's hit for the cycle twice.
Yeah.
He's the only player in Major League history to hit for the cycle in the postseason against the Yankees, of course. And he's always been a pillar of his community. In the New England area, he's beloved by so many. He is a 4-time recipient of the or nominee of the Roberto Clemente Award, which is an award that is, for those folks that know Roberto Clemente and all the things that he did for his communities, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
He is the captain right now of the Jimmy Fund, which is an organization that raises funds and awareness for all kinds of cancers, childhood cancers and things like that. And Lakin is so involved in that also, and they do such a great job with those kids and those families, just to be there for them and listen to them and talk about their struggles and their you know, and things that they're going through, and they always find a way to make those families feel better. So
Yeah.
that speaks volumes for Brock and for Galen and the whole family in our community.
Absolutely. I think kids learn family from being around it.
Yes.
And your son, Alex, was the bat boy.
Yes.
So your family and your wife is his
Yes.
mom's best friend. So obviously he sees family a lot. So and
Yes.
I think that's
is.
where kids get it. You know,
Yes, I
whenever
mean,
they see families working together and
Yes.
doing things together.
Yes, it's and for us to be a small part of that, of his upbringing and everything else, I think as coaches you want to always kind of have your kids not just be successful on the field, but just be successful as they get older, when they get married and they become family men and women, and you want them to be ingrained in their families and do things the right way.
That's
and
right.
and that's something that we're very, very proud of.
That's awesome. I
Yes.
love that. Okay, so I want to mention something for those that don't know baseball. Tell us, what does it mean to hit for the cycle?
Well,
Somebody doesn't know what that means.
To hit for the cycle is whenever you get a single, a double, a triple, and a home run in the same game.
Yeah.
Brock has been able to do that twice. He did it in Boston. I believe it was in 2015. I don't really know. I know he did it in Boston, and then he did it in the postseason in 2018 when they were looking or searching for that next World Series championship.
That's right.
Yes.
I know we always get really excited. We watch it again. We'll be like, "Oh my gosh, all he needs is this," and then he gets
Yeah, that whole basically the whole season. We watch every game. So we go through every at bat, through every play and everything else. And I remember watching that game, and we were sitting there watching, and he got a single, and then I believe he got a triple, then he got a double, and then we were like, oh my gosh, he only needs a home run to be able to get this. And then the Yankees brought in a position player to pitch, and talking with Brock, he was talking with Dustin Pedroia, and Pedroia told him, hey, I don't care what you do, but you go up there and you hit a home run.
That's right.
And of course, hitting is hard enough to be able to get a single or whatever. Yeah. But then the pressure was on for him to hit a home run.
Yeah, to finish it out.
And then Brock was like, well, I didn't want to go up there looking to hit a home run because I was going to probably roll over on a pitch or, yank it foul or do something like that. And then he said when he threw that pitch and I swung, I knew that I had gotten
he did it.
Yeah, he knew he did it. And his excitement was off the charts. I
can imagine.
Our excitement was off the charts. I mean, we just couldn't believe that he had done that.
Yeah.
In such a big stage against their rivals, the New York Yankees,
right.
And it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's always really cool. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today, to tell us a little bit insight, give us some background, as things that not everybody gets to hear. We love to share the stories, so that's really neat. So.
Thank you for having us, and just we appreciate the opportunity to speak and talk about great people.
That's right.
From a great state. So.
That's right. Great Texans. We love them. So very cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. Stephenville, Texas. On your next drive across Texas, it's definitely worth a stop. There's a lot to see here, a lot of nice people to meet. They'll welcome you. They'll talk to you. They'll tell you their stories. Bye, y'all.